Hello, everybody. Hello. Let's run. Just cross back into Indiana and having Mexican food. That's good to hear. I feel like you're having Mexican food very often. That means you're having a good life, it sounds like. I am just starting run. Indeed, I am just beginning. I'm beginning today. We're not actually playing Death Stranding. We're playing Kenshi. So let's switch over to our Kenshi. Hopefully I'm not blocking anything. Let me know if I'm blocking too much. We're here for a Kenshi stream. I don't think too many people are going to be familiar with Kenshi. I think it'll be a new thing for a couple people. Kenshi is a weird little game. You can play as a bunch of different beginnings. I'm just going to play as the Wanderer. It's kind of the default. And your goal is to do stuff. Make something of your character's life in a post-apocalyptic world. So we have our default kind of randomly generated guy. I'll probably just play as a human today. I have not gotten super far in this game before, so I will admit that. Let's get a good default pose going here. Yeah. Make it a little height, taller. We can move a bigger frame, make it a little taller. Yeah. His eyes look very bloodshot. Don't mind that face though. It's pretty good. A little bit of a wider face. Nice tilt. Look at his hair. I kind of like a shaved look. It's kind of a vibe. But maybe we could do like a cool coiffed. I don't know if that's actually what that's called, but that's give him a good like can I just get like the shadow? No? Okay. There we go. We'll go with this. Be our character. Now we'll leave it brown. So I didn't name my character, so we have a default name of Masaru. And this is Kenshi. So the idea behind Kenshi is that you can control your guy, and your goal is to not starve and to survive by any means necessary. Let's make sure I keep my eye on Discord. If anybody wants to join, feel free to hop into the Discord. But you know, I also know it's Sunday, and you know, it's just nice to kind of sit back and not have to worry about it. But we're just gonna run around a little bit, and we'll do our best to survive. We're gonna pick up some random trash, just try to sell it as best we can, and be on our way. The idea behind Kenshi, I was listening to a video recently, and it kind of got me interested in playing again, was that this game is very much about pushing through difficult things, and it reminded me a lot of the way that we talk about Dark Souls. There's this kind of resilience, maybe might be one word, but just you know, the end is not the end. That there is death in this game, but for the most part, you can survive most situations, and kind of pushing through So we'll just go here to this trader. We also pause whenever we want. It's kind of nice that way. And yeah, we'll just sell all our stuff. Right now, my goal, personally, for this character is over here. There is a tower. And this tower is a base for one of the local factions that does that lets you train to be like a thief and assassin. So that might be a good kind of long-term goal. But we'll need 10,000. I think the money is cats to do that. So we're only sitting at about 1,000. So we're gonna try to find ways to make a little money while we're here. So the reason why this stream is called personal development, and it's the way I kind of framed it, was that there's this kind of idea that anything you do in this game in Kenshi is framed in ways that it'll increase your stats. So even if I'm just running around, my athletics is already kind of going up because I'm unequipped with anything and I'm just kind of running around. And so you get better at things as you do them. So there's this interesting framing device of just kind of, again, like running, doing stuff, even if you're failing, as long as you survive, you are better off than you were before. And so there is this kind of built-in end to everything. That you're always getting better. That you're always improving. And I think oftentimes when we're living life, it doesn't necessarily feel that way. It appears there's a dust storm. I don't know if a dust storm is the best place to be. I don't know if it's actually hurting me at the moment. Who are these guys over here? Nomads? We can deal with that for now. So we're just gonna make our way over here. My thought is maybe we'll do some mining. And hope we don't run into anybody who's too kind of scary along the way. We're gonna keep our eyes on our personal stats. But so the second half of my title is Ludonarrative. And it's this idea that a game's themes and stories should be tied to the actual gameplay itself. That, you know, I don't even know how to go further than that. So, for example, right, the theme of Kenshi, Wolf Den 9 has been wiped out. That sucks for them. The theme of Kenshi is very much built on this idea of, you know, surviving. Surviving, that things will get better if you do them, that there's a bit of grit, and that, you know, if you push hard enough, you can make it through. And when people first encounter the game, I think they kind of get the opposite sense. That this game is much more more brutal, that it will kind of kick you and knock you down, and is brutal and intense, kind of like Dark Souls, right? But in the end, the goal of the game is to actually push you towards kind of seeing things through. So right now we're just mining some copper. We're trying to get plenty of resources so we can sell them and get started with something. Trying to find a good kind of direction to take our character. We could get some. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We could get some land in the city. We could do stuff that way, but that's kind of the direction that we're headed right now. Oh. Okay. Well, we are being hunted now. We got hit in the chest and our left leg. Oh, we got run up on by bandits. We were a little too distracted there. So let's make our way back to the town. We should be able to outrun them because we're not carrying anything. We're pretty good at running. Our left leg is a little injured, but we'll see what we can do. I might know a place where we can kind of get our hands on a bandage that will help us out. But yeah, right here is not ideal. So we're being hunted by these guys. Ideally, right, we're able to get them in front of some guards. Maybe we can loot their weapons and sell them for some money. Just like they're trying to do for us. But we'll see, we'll see. It's this guy. Okay. Oh. Okay, so he's attacking that guy out there. Maybe we can juke him around. Oh, there we go. He's entering combat. Okay, so now that he's entering combat, maybe we should do the same. Okay, nice. We at least got one hit in and we'll be able to train. Cool. Okay, so we have some stuff. We can he has some actual armor. This is considered stealing? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. So we'll throw on some armor and we'll get some pants that we can sell later. In kind of thinking of these ideas, like of Ludonarrative and everything. Oh, you're carrying him. Because he's dying, he's not dead. Oh. I see, I see. We'll still take his stuff and we'll be on our way. Pants. Sell value. They really don't do anything. Do that. I don't know if we have a good method. Anyway, we'll leave this guy here and we'll sell their stuff. Okay. Okay. We will make a trade real fast. We'll sell you this armor. And he doesn't care because they're all stolen from bandits anyways. So it should be plenty fine. We'll be able to sell this for actually a good price now because they're being marked up. And what are we sitting at? We're sitting at about 1,500. So we could buy some land if we wanted to. I'm going to see if we can find a med kit and we can kind of go that direction. But when I'm thinking about kind of some games, right, that I don't know, I have interest in making games eventually, right? And part of that goes into consideration is Ludonarrative. How is the game that I plan on making? Is there anybody in here? Okay, just close this up. Okay, and we'll start sneaking. We'll do that. So how is this game I'm making going to communicate the ideas that are kind of built into the game? And so, for example, like the game I've been thinking about is around the idea of revenge, of revenge, betrayal, and forgiveness. And so how can those be built into the system itself? And so I've been playing around with these ideas of like, a turn-based role-playing game where you build up trust, and then you can trade in that trust for different things, right? Whether that be more powerful kind of teamwork attacks, but then it could also be backstabbing. Um, and so kind of playing around with some of those ideas I thought would be a really cool way to process these ideas of trust and everything. It looks like he actually has some stuff, but if we steal it, we're gonna have to find a way to fence it. So maybe we could go to the next town over. I don't know, because we can eat it, right? We can eat some of the food. Fabric and leather. We won't make that much. So we'll leave it for now, but we'll take the stuff that we can actually use and be on our way. Um, Cactus rum. Everything else in this room is looks like it's not stealing to take, so we'll just take what we can. Okay, cactus rum is too big for us to pick up right now. Wheat straw, cactus, a wrench. Sounds like there's an easy thing to use for a wrench. Okay. Yeah, we'll sell some stuff. Stop sneaking around because it looks a little suspicious if we keep doing that. And then on ourselves, let's oh, that is not ideal. Okay. I hope we don't have some permanent damage. That's not ideal on our guy. On our chest. Looks like the max is it's kind of gone down. Okay. We'll throw that. Okay. We're looking at 2,000. Sweet. I think we'll go back out and we'll see if we can wait, there's a dead guy right here. What's that about? That's not another bandit. I mean, we might as well, right? Just hop in here and take some stuff. We'll grab that rum and be on our way. Okay. Oh, that rum is worth a lot. Very much so. Okay. That's good to know. That rum could pay for a third of a broken house, so I'll take it. But it looks like there's a lot of bandits around here. That's something that I wanna watch out for. No, I don't want to steal from a random wooden barrel. Thank you. Nope. Thank you. Show me what you got. That, and he'll pay for most of the cost. So let's just let's just give it back. Stolen goods, no problem. He doesn't really care if that's stolen then. Maybe we'll go back with that fabric later. One of the best parts about these type of games, if you're able to kind of do it well. Are there more guys out here? Is there a second attack? More hungry bandits. I mean, I guess we can loot. Is well, I was gonna say one of the best parts about these type of games is that you can kind of process what the story is as you play. This is better armor. And so you create the narrative as you as you go through. Um, in our case, you know, we're kind of a blank slate. We don't really have a lot going for us right now. Um, but, you know, as we continue to play, maybe stuff presents itself and it becomes more clear what our character is and who they are going to be. Okay. But it looks like we have a good excuse just to kind of loot and steal for the moment and just make some passive income. Oh, nice to... Hope your meal was good, Ron. Let's find out what is the best. I think what we got is pretty good. We'll throw everything back in. But I think we're playing the type of character who's just trying to survive. That he's going to do his best to kind of scrape by and do what he can. Whatever it takes. So listening to laws and everything is more of just it's just consequential to him, right? That as long as it keeps him out of trouble, it's okay. We'll see. Let's hope we don't get attacked immediately. We'll check the inventory here. Grab our copper. Keep going. So as we kind of are continually mining here, we are building up our... I'll let that go, but our laboring skill. So we'll get more efficient at mining generally. And, you know, each one of these, it says, what is the way to train this? You work hard. So you get bonuses and detriments on all these for different reasons. Because we did all that lockpicking, we're at lockpicking 3, almost at 4. You just, you know, get better by doing it. And so as you live a life, you're kind of getting closer and closer to getting better. And so the problem with combat in this game is that, you know, how do you train at combat? Well, by doing it. But in a world like this that's so rough, it's you know, combat's going to be hard to get good at. There's not really an easy way to get a lot of experience without, you know, things going poorly. Looks like we actually are healing. We at least healed our leg healed all the way, so hopefully we can survive. We're gonna check on the inventory of this again. We have 3 coppers. I don't want to be overweighted. I don't want to be weighed down too much. But I also want to, you know, have a good shipment when we get back to town. Let's be well off. Keeping an eye on both directions, even though they'll come pretty fast. It can be easy to kind of get caught if you're, you know, not paying attention. Okay, looks like morning's coming. More people will be out and about. The wildlife is pretty scary around here. It can be pretty intense. But the markup's kind of too good on this copper to kind of ignore easily. It has pretty high efficiency for what we're looking for. Okay. Probably wait for one more. Be on our way. I am still... I almost gave in today. I almost gave in. I was going to look at using StreamYard for today's stream. because I do like to be able to interact with everybody and to be able to do that, but the problem that I'm facing is that the way that we normally do it, especially around DLC parts, is to do StreamYard. But I also like playing games, and I want gaming to be a part of it. Um, but it looks like there's not an easy way to share audio while everything else is kind of going on at the same time. And so, because of that, it makes this whole kind of process difficult to be able to kind of play a game and have people along for the ride. Um, and have sound at the same time, right? To be able to listen to the music of the game or whatever else we would want to do. We made like another thousands. I think we're almost. I mean, that's pretty good. We're getting close to halfway. We might do that while we have a chance. We can just continue on with our mining operation. We don't really know how much iron is worth, but iron is usually worth a little less. Let's see. Max efficiency is 120, but you would want 3 workers, and we really don't have anybody else who we don't have like hired hands or anything to make up the money. I don't know if we want to hire anybody quite yet. Um, I know we're kind of wanting to again lean towards uh, actually working on our skills in somewhere else. Um, Along the lines of this kind of personal development uh, idea, um, my mind also goes to like there are a couple of genres that feed into this idea of personal development, um, but don't necessarily lean into the failure side of it, which I think is interesting. Dark Souls is one that at least makes room for it. We'll keep a good eye here that way. Like even if we don't see people who are over on the bottom here, we can at least catch them as they're kind of charging in. That way we can at least keep a good eye on this. Um, but like JRPGs, right? You get experience, you grow, and if you run into a problem that you can't face, you can just get more experience and become stronger. Um, there's less of kind of like a sense of, you know, raw strategy maybe in mind. Um, oh, he ate some food. That is very good to know. Okay, cool. I'm glad he eats on his own. We don't need to kind of manually do that for him. Um, but so there's this idea of like, okay, yeah, to like keep working. We're kind of carrying on these ideas from the real world into the game. Um, if you do things, the more you do them, the better you get. Skyrim is a similar way. Is the only way to get better at something is by doing it. Um, and that's kind of one of the fundamental kind of sides of RPGs. But how you deal with failure is very different, right? Dark Souls, like famously, has this system where you do lose stuff when you die, but you it's not like a net loss. Um, it's punishing but not cruel is I think something that people have said quite a bit. And okay, good. There's nobody who's been traveling on this, and we have a pretty good crop coming in here. Um, so people say it's punishing but not cruel, and that can be extremely helpful. Framing. Can I fully automatically? Maybe not. Okay. And oh, what do we get? Your machine is full. Okay, yes, we can throw these into our inventory. And we'll keep going. Nice. Okay. Um, And so, like Dark Souls, one of the key kind of differences is the level of skill involved, like getting better. It in Dark Souls, it does have a like mechanical component to it, right? You're leveling up your character, you're getting souls and all these things, but you as a player are also getting better. Um, and so it mechanically gives you tools to feel like you're making progress, but then also at the same time actually makes progress, like in you, like you are growing with the character in the game. um and so all these games kind of do this, and I think for the most part there is a certain sense in which, especially for JRPGs, there is like a, how would I put it, I mean, among like, oh, we ate all the chew sticks. Okay. Well, that means we can sort about four, three more of these. Maybe run away if we need to. Oh, okay. What's going on here? Oh no. Is OBS being weird? Okay. I don't know what that was, but we'll continue on our path. Um, but like JRPGs, like there is a certain sense in which, no, I can really listen. Is my audio messed up wrong or something? Um, but the idea is, in JRPGs there is a certain aspect in which, uh oh, now I can really listen. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I get it now. Um, like you have this like aspect of the shut-in. It's like a pretty common experience of like youth in Japan. And so there almost is a self-help aspect to a lot of RPGs, especially of that era of, um, like teaching people how to, uh, you know, make something of themselves. Almost like a Jordan Peterson, clean your room. Like there is a certain like you can grow, you can get better. Um, I mean that's part of the reason why. I don't know if it's the reason why, but it's part of like why it's so iconic that, characters in RPGs start out, uh, fighting rats or like in very low places, and then grows and, is able to. They made a lot of money off of that copper. Apparently, some merchant came through. Okay, we're a little over halfway. Let's um let's go steal that alcohol and we'll. But wait, he didn't really care about the stealing part, so I guess the alcohol wasn't stealing, so I think we're pretty good. Um, that's kind of built in to the assumptions of the some of these genres, of you know you just kind of get better. Somebody putting stuff into this house? Am I crazy? Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. Hopefully that won't come back to bite us. Who knows? But I don't think anybody saw us, so I think we're pretty much in the clear. Um, yeah, and so there's this aspect of RPGs, of anime. I think has a similar kind of aspect to it, um, of a type of improvement, self improvement, um, being able to, you know, become the best version of yourself, of kind of rising the ranks. Um, but I think the flaw with that is it doesn't necessarily tackle the uh, difficulties that come with failure, right? Oh, did I miss something? Okay. Nope, I didn't. Twitch is just being weird. Okay. We are pause still. We'll sell these two. We're at 7,000. Okay, we'll make our last push for 10,000, and then we can join the guild. We'll do that. And so I look at that and I say, that's nice. I think self-help is good and it helps a lot of people. Um, but I think that's one of the major flaws with self-help is that it doesn't recognize the difficulty that failure can have, right? Kind of the crushingness of failure. Um, in games, right? The end screen is always like, game over. There isn't a continue, and uh, it's almost as if it wasn't in the story to have the character fail at this moment. And that's something that Kenshi, I think, it tries to get around, which is, there are failure states, um, but as long as you have one person alive, um, even if your character is taken into slavery and is, has to find a way to work his way up to escape, to develop the skills to gather the people to do so, um, you know, you can. And this is why, you know, like a lot of RPGs have to build in that failure into the way that they tell the story. Um, you know, there's a boss you fight and you have to lose, basically, right? Uh, and that happens. That's like a frequent thing that we'll see in a lot of games. But what about a game where, um, in the way that you tell it, that even if you did lose this fight, it's part of the story itself. It's part of the intended experience. Or if you win, it's also part of the intended experience. Like this is the I don't know. How do I say this? Emergent narrative, I think might be the word that a lot of people use for these type of games. And there's this emergent narrative that arrives in the way that we kind of think about these games, where um, the world is living and uh, you know the failures are something that to be overcome, like they're obstacles that the narrative that the game tells is something that you are participating in, and uh, you know the joy is being able to tell this story and be able to have this and say this story is mine, that you know I have that experience. And it's not as crazy, right? It's the real thing of escaping slavery. But like to a certain extent, like I have the story I can tell that my character got captured and he's able to escape slavery and uh, make something of himself, and then he was attacked by the religious cult that runs this world, and it happened to him once again, but he had already been there and he knew how to do it, how to get out. um, yeah. Hmm. How are we looking on our inventory? We're looking pretty good. Keep going. It's nice to have a little pop up here. We can see how far we are. I didn't know how to do that before, but it's good to know. Right now we're sticking around the same area, around the same town. But we might go exploring later, but I'm also wary of the dangers that come with leaving this area. Um, there, acid lakes and cannibals and all that. So it's good to kind of stick around for a little bit. Pull up there. Yep, that's good. We'll see how our laboring is going. The stats. Oh yeah, 25. Much more efficient. This might not be a bad one to do on StreamYard now that I see it. As much as I like the sounds and everything, uh, you can kind of go stretches without hearing any. No room for the item. We out? We are out of room. Okay. Well, we'll make our trip back. Be on our way. Part of the reason I remark about you know, the role of failure in these games is I don't I don't know if it's quite fair to say, but I think I've not necessarily been the best at processing failure, and I I regret the fact that games, something that's been kind of really important for me in my um you know, in my experience of, you know, life. I've always really loved games. Uh, but I regret that I was not able to um, have that be part of the experience. That, like, you know, I I've I've been on the side of like wanting, like, I want to grow, I want to get better. But I've never had the kind of uh, you know, the other side of understanding that, you know, actually with this comes difficulty and comes failure, and that's part of the process too. I think like a lot of these like shows where, you know, Naruto just needs to understands that secretly he has this like intense power inside of him, and he just needs to wake up to it. Like there's this chosen one mentality, and that, you know, secretly even the like everybody has this amazing thing, and they're just going to be good at it on the first go. And I think it fails to acknowledge the hard work that, you know, is required for a lot of these things. That it actually does take cultivation, even if you have a talent for something, in order to uh, do something great and worthwhile. Amen. Thank you, Mark. Looks like we're up to about 27. Yeah, I think I've lived a lot of my life thinking, you know, what am I the chosen one of, right? And maybe not in those words specifically. I'm glad, Mark. I'm glad uh, that I was able to, in some way, say what you needed to hear. But that, oh, what are you? What are you? What are these? These are herbivores. Are they attacking? Gosh. Okay. That scared me. Okay. Sorry. um, but yeah, sometimes I mean, a good portion of my life, I've, asked myself that question, like, what am I the chosen one of? And then I'll attempt something and I'll try it, and then I fail, and then I think, that must have not been for me. That must not be my thing. And that's the advice a lot of people gave me. It was like, oh, that must not be what you're made for, or what you're here for. Man, I might need some food soon. That might be the next thing we buy. And you know, maybe it's right in some ways, right? There's a certain personality that goes with certain types of work. Uh, at the same time, uh, you do like you're not going to start out good. For the most part, no one's going to start out good at something. And then even if they are good at something from the beginning, um, that's often a sign that they're not going to be at the top of their field, right? They never had to put in the work to get good at something. It's extremely rare to have someone who is naturally talented and is willing to put in the hard work to become truly great at something. And that's part of the reason why I don't go out of my way to, disparage people. Um, if I don't, if I think they're not doing a great job at what they're doing, I try not to disparage them nonetheless, because sometimes that my character is hungry. Indeed, I am hungry. Scott will automatically eat whatever food is in their inventory. Make sure all okay. Good to know. So yeah, I try not to disparage anybody for um, failures in some places, and try to recognize that there are people who are really good at something and they've tried hard, and you know they might have failings in other places, but man, like that's good for them. Like I don't think there are many people who have that strength to do that. Yeah, we'll start heading back. Part of this game is the idea of like starting out as a nobody. Um, that you're just like one of these kind of faceless and nameless people who are kind of living in the like broken down remains of some of these buildings, and you know you're no different than they are, but to a certain extent you're kind of pushing through, uh, and I don't know, I think there's something true to that, that there's only a few that will actually kind of push through. That there's a lot of people who say, you know you'll see that a lot. There are people who say, I wish I could blank, like, oh, I'd really like to do this, and then you know you ask them like, oh, why not? Why not do that? And like, oh, and they'll come up with you know a lot of excuses, and I don't know, it's kind of strange. What kind of food do we want? Dried meat, dried fish, gohan. That looks like it gives us a lot of nutrients. Kind of looking for the nutrients, nutrient density that we're looking for. And we have plenty of stuff, so let's just grab whatever food we can. Yeah, Mark. Try hard pride. I think that's a pretty good understanding. Um, okay. Yeah, we have our 10,000. We have our food. Our hunger is going back up. Maybe our hunger might be the best way. Satiation might be a better word for that. Satiation. Um, and yeah, it's kind of weird, right? I think that was also something that is interesting, that try hard, especially when I was in middle school. there's like a few things that kind of stood out that are kind of odd when you think back to it. But one of them was this use of the word try hard to like as an insult. That the idea of actually trying, of actually pushing for something like that uh, is contemptible, maybe. Uh, and so I don't know. I personally, I feel like that was kind of damaging for myself. Like I wish I had not paid attention. Um, you can join for a fee. That's it. I don't have to complete some test or prove myself or something. Look, do I look like I have time to hand out busy work? No. This is a business we're running, not a social club. Just like a one-time membership, just a one-time membership fee. 10,000 cats. I think failure is either your epitaph or the manure from which you will grow. That's good. That's good, bro. I think that's exactly right. It's the it'll be your undoing, or it's what you overcame to get to that point. Even the language of overcoming, maybe that's not the right word either, because I think overcoming almost means like, oh, I ran into the obstacle and I didn't fall to it. So maybe that's not even the right way. Okay, sign me up. Okay. These guys are now my allies. Nice. I think having friends helps you go through the mirror. That makes sense. Which basket? How are we looking on our stats? Lockpicking is training. Let's try this. Melee attack. Heavy weapons, maybe? What are we? Blunt. We'll just keep training. So what else are we gonna do? So, yeah, I think friends are kind of key to a lot of this. To have a community around you that can help push you towards it and lift you up when you're falling down. We're increasing our attack, which is nice. Our melee attack's up to 3. Doesn't look like any weapons things are going up, but it looks like our physical strength is increasing, which is nice. Pretty good athletics. Our laboring skill is going up. Yeah, looks like our attack and defense, like I said before, is it's pretty nice to see. Sweet. Oh, and this is our training. This is our trying to assassination dummy, training dummy, training dummy, locksmith training 2. Okay. Maybe at night. Maybe we can train an assassination, and at night we can maybe take something out. See what we can do. See if we can enter a bandit camp or something and see if we can grab something. I think our sneaking is kind of pathetic, so we'll see. But if we're fully healed, I'm not too worried about it. Okay. We'll see what's up here while we're around. Follow bodyguard. Okay. I'm almost tempted. I know I'm trying not to do like save scumming or anything. I just want to see like. These are marked as stealing, but I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so yeah. There is stuff here, and it's marked as stealing, and it is stealing if you take it. That's nice. New member, eh? Unless you actually enjoyed the life inside of a cell, knock that shifty look off your face. I can spot you a mile away. Anyway, down to business. What do you got for me? What do you buy? Illegal goods you can smuggle into the city, drugs, that kind of thing. But if you got stolen loot, you want a fence, talk to my friend here. That's his territory. So I know what he got. He has a backpack. It's pretty nice. Some chainmail. Some pants. And it wouldn't hurt to get some pants. No armor coverage on some of this stuff. Throw on that. We'll give him our shirt and pants, and we'll get a new shirt. And yeah, this stuff's too expensive for us right now. Yeah, some expensive swords. Was this game made by one dude? I think this is made by a team. I might be wrong. At least they currently have a pretty big team. Not big team, right? Like, 15 people or so. But I think it was started by one guy. But I think he got a little bit more of a group going with him. Yeah, we'll work on our assassination skills for a moment here. Where's our assassination? Thievery. Assassination up to 3. If you're in stealth mode, you can sneak up behind people and knock them out. I think that also affects people sleeping, but I might be wrong. How do we develop our sneaking? Stealth mode with enemies around. Where were we on about? Yeah, so failure. Like what is a place for failure? I was talking to somebody recently, and I don't know, they were getting the impression that, I don't know. I was trying to talk about Dark Souls as a safe place for failure. Like it was a place where you could begin to develop the muscle to fail regularly, and to have that experience. That way, when you reach failure, it doesn't hurt as much. Their intuition was they didn't like that, and so it makes me curious to see if I'm way off on that. I'm trying to still kind of understand it, but in my mind, I think that's mostly right. Yeah, my opinion is right. Um, that if you can develop the muscle to be able to fail, that failure won't turn you away as easily. You'll be able to kind of approach failure, and in the end, still be able to take it and move on and do it again. It's kind of like the kid who learns how to walk. He's stepping up. You don't put them on the hardwood floor first. You put them on on the carpet and you show them, failure is okay, right? It's okay to fall over because you're going to fall over if you try to walk, when I first learned how to ride a bike, right? I actually don't remember the other attempts to learn how to ride a bike, like all the failure that led to it. But I did fail a lot, and we were in like the park for my elementary school, the little playground, and I would be on my bike and I'd ride down the hill or across the grass because if I fell over, I'm not gonna scrape myself or anything more than how it would be regularly. I would just you know experience it. What did I get? Something. Oh, thanks for the follow, Saren Gray too. Um, Thank you. But if you fall over. Oh, nice. Thanks. Or how are you, Saren Gray? Nice to see. Um, Maybe we can pull up chats so we can see all the chats going on at once. Um, but that's the side of failure is the ability to find a place to make it easy to do. Not easy to fail. Yeah, easy to fail. Like it's not as concerning. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Come on, OBS, don't fail me now. There we go. Pull this over. Boom. We'll put chat up. Wrong chat. Chat. There we go. Now we can see all the stuff going on. Let me know if that's too much in the way. We can always change that up. We'll get back here. Nice. So, we still doing our training here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so as I'm kind of riding down the hill, there are times where I fall over, but it's an easy place to fail. Like if you fail there, you don't have to worry too much. Looks like our training is maybe lost a lot of its utility. So we're gonna go back to training here. So, if you're regularly kind of doing that in a place where it feels comfortable, then it doesn't bother you as much later. It just becomes part of the learning process. And that's a harder lesson to learn later on, if you're living life. And so that's what I'm trying to still kind of figure out. Like, what is the best way to process that? How can we get better? Are you reading chats? I am. Hopefully you can see your chat up there. I'm doing well, Saren Gray. How are you? I'm just kind of rambling on about failure and how to get around that. We have a couple chats going on at once here, so I think your messages are coming in over on the side. But we're yeah. And so how do you communicate that well through a game? How do you show that failing is okay? Yeah, this is not we're not making a lot of progress anymore. Training dummy, because this is only a training dummy Mark 1 maybe. We'll do a little bit more lockpicking and we'll go this direction. But I think Kenshi is just trying to make that point. Like, how do we fail uh, in a way that is, um, how do we make it so it's not cruel, right? It's not going to ruin the person's day by trying to play our game, but how do we make it our game function in a way that failing is a part of the process and we can kind of accept it and move forward with it. Um, my day's going pretty good so far. I had some conversations with a friend, made a couple videos or made a couple like recordings for the YouTube channel, and we're kind of doing well in that regard. I'm actually gonna start making stuff and um, trying to stream more. So uh, we'll see. Um, but I've been kind of in hiatus in a lot of places for the most part for the last little bit. So I'm looking forward to kind of hopping in that. And yeah, like you mentioned, thank you for being the 10th follower on over on Twitch. Um, but yeah, so you know, roguelikes have also done this a bit, and that's been kind of part of that progression of that genre is making a game that failure is just part of the process. Um, okay, it looks like we go a little faster if we use the Mark II. Um, you know, you have these kind of quick turnarounds. That way, we do reset everything, but you come back to the beginning and you can kind of jump into the pattern of everything again. You also have this meta progression where your stats get preserved and um, you're able to kind of keep going and you know you feel like you're still making progress even if you're failing, um, and you're able to see it. It's like a visible progress, and that's it's not quite real, but it's there too. Um, we'll move on with our training from here. We'll start working on something else. Maybe we'll start mining again. We can get some money, and while we're out, maybe we can test out our skills and get shown the door that we're not maybe not as strong as we think we are, even though we've done a little bit of our training. Oh, escaped servant. Okay, I think we're good. Actually, while we're here, why not? Let's do some first aid. Okay, nice. Um, by the way, you love to play this game on stream? I haven't played Kenshi on stream before. This is my first time kind of picking this game up for stream. I played this game before, but I thought it would be a good kind of place to start because, you know, there's a lot of kind of downtime. There's a lot of just kind of seeing bars go up. It's kind of that RuneScape side to it that you can kind of lean into for parts of it. And so it is kind of a good platform to kind of talk about some stuff. But I also wanted to talk about failure and how it kind of fits into games, but also personal development and these kind of ideas to go along with it. So it was kind of just a good excuse. It was fortuitous. Um, I've been working with a friend for the last little bit. We had a conversation this morning, kind of as a podcast recording about uh, a movie we watched. So I think we're gonna try to start a little like mini series talking about um, Akira Kurosawa movies and um, what we think about them, but then also a making like a larger project out of it. So I think it'll be kind of fun. I'll look forward to kind of posting that to the YouTube channel and going from there. Um, but I think it'll be a fun time. We started with Ikiru, so we had a long conversation about death and uh, you know, what's it like to know that you're dying, and would your life change? Memento mori, a lot of those kind of aspects of things. So that was a fun time, and looking forward to posting that soon. And then we're working on a script right now to uh, kind of cover that, make a little bit of a video essay around those ideas, and go from there. So uh, yeah, we're starting to actually have some projects kind of on the field working. Um, there was a little bit of a break there, mostly from working on that. That Pale Boy uh, story. Um, that was a good thing that I was able to do some writing for, and you know, I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of how that turned out. Um, I'm looking forward to writing more. I think I'm kind of leaning into all these different like little projects, and so I'm hoping it doesn't lack focus, but it's part of it. Oh, you play Minecraft when you're free from work? That's cool. I know Minecraft has been really it's really hung on. I think there's a solid fan base for where Minecraft is at all times. I think it's a good one. It's nice to have friends to play with and to kind of sit back and enjoy. And there's something to the freedom and the ability to kind of express yourself in a lot of ways in the game, but then also just kind of explore those aspects. Can also be very meditative in a lot of ways too. Tried to play City of Heroes with my friends, but they all hated it or hated playing with me. I can't tell. I think, Grim, if I'm gonna be honest, I I don't know how to do the MMO. I'm really bad at MMOs, and I kept dying over and over and over again. Okay. Yeah, what's your idea, Saren Gray? Uh th- when we were playing the MMOs, okay, the City of Heroes, it took me forever to even find out that I could like upgrade my ability, like what the upgrades were. Um that I could actually like throw them on to moves and stuff. So I was playing with like base level things the entire time. Oh, I'm out of room. Like, let's get out of here. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, it does have a lot of pop-ups that people ignore. So- okay, okay. Getting on StarCraft? I'm gonna get it on StarCraft. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Now that like summer's here, I actually have a you know, I have stuff that I can actually do things and not feel like I'm busy all the time. It's just very nice. Okay, we're looking at around 2,000. We can buy a sword, but we'll get some Gohan so we can not starve ourselves for the time being. Campaign is probably worth downloading the first one, but we're on 2 now. Interesting. Should I even start with the first one then? Should I move on? What? What is this message? You can skip, but it's a good story. Interesting, Saren Gray. I'm sorry that Chat GPT is struggling. I hope ChatGPT does well. Uh, that's yeah, that's interesting. Um, anyway, you can skip, but it's a good story. I'll look into it. I'll probably, if I'm gonna play, I probably want to play with you all, and do it that way. Let's let's buy her sword and let's just like try not to die. Hopefully there'll still be a trader here. I'll go for it that way. Plastic surgeon. Okay. Oh no. Let's go up a floor. Up a floor. So are you going through like a campaign for the first one too? Oh, trader's not here. Dang. Oh wait, maybe that's the trader. I think it's the trader. There we go. Yes. Oh, but does not have. No, he does not have any swords. Dang. Okay, maybe we'll hire some guys. We have 2,000. They can't cost that much, right? Friends? They can't cost that much. Okay, I am going to, while I'm here, gonna um I think that's worthy of a ban. I don't know. Somebody can correct me or not, but that feels a little the Chat GPT told me to tell you that I'm not trying to rush anybody, but I need money for my sick mother. That feels a little much, we'll say. Okay, let's see if we can find a good Molly. Need yourself a cook? Oh, okay, that's expensive. Um, does he have good weapons? Blunt weapon. It's a little bit more. Defense bonus, indoor bonus. Damage versus animals. I think like a long weapon might be a good way to go. Might be the right. Okay, I think this is the right way to go. We don't have an indoor weapon, but I think we're probably fine for the time being. Okay. Is there a Grim, if you're still around, is there a specific like place to buy it to play? Or is it like is it Steam? Is it Battle.net? Oh. Okay, okay. Can't ever avoid BattleNet. Let's just go down to the second little trading post down here and see if there's anything nice. I don't know. I was really hoping for GOG. That's just because I like GOG. Might be able to get away with some StarCraft on there or something, but like the first one, but beyond that, I doubt it. Building materials. Okay. Eventually we can get building materials, but yeah, I think we actually might just try to buy a house while we're here. Why not? For these guys over here. Nomads? Okay. Yeah, we'll what is this? This is a small shack in the hub. We'll buy the building. Building construction. Check its status. Once the condition bar is full, the construction is ready to use. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I should know how to do things. Oh, repair. Building condition, building material. Okay. So I need 3 building materials, which is about 300 cats, which is about like what 2 copper ingots. We'll get a few more just so we can kind of start building our way out. Do it that way. Copper. Copper. Hey Neil, how's it going? By the way, if anybody wants to hop on to talk, let me know. I'm driving and it's noisy. Did you say 200 cats for copper? Lol. Yes, 200 cats for the copper. Hey yo. Heading to the grocery store. Nice. Neil, you missed somebody trying to scam on Twitch. It's crazy. They like presumably were using Chat GPT and like listening to what I was saying. Yeah, it's a Twitch scam. They were asking for money. They were like, I don't know if they meant to do it on purpose, but they said Chat GPT said at the beginning of their their message. So it's pretty unambiguous on, you know, what this was. Little did they know that going after tiny streamers on Twitch might not be the best strategy. But you know what? Apparently it works enough that people do it. Makes it happen. Yeah. How are we looking on this? Yeah. We'll get one more. And we'll go. So hub. It's over there, right? Yeah. Okay. A little guy running. Copper ore looks like a boot. It does. Does a little bit. Looks like a Yeezy shoe. A Yeezy. I guess it's just a Yeezy. It looks like a pair of Yeezys. Covered in like tinfoil. Like rusted tinfoil. Oh. Thought I pressed closer. Okay. Well, my favorite customer. I have not bought anything from you, so I am very pleased that I'm your favorite customer. I know the psychological warfare. I know how this works. How's your estuary doing? It's good. We've taken a break for the time being, just for the summer. So, I've been doing that, but it's been going pretty well. So I haven't seen some of us for a while, but I'm looking forward to kind of picking it back up when the school year starts again. We're gonna try to find a new time that works for more people, and enough people were kind of going on vacation and stuff that it made more sense to take a break for the moment. So we are back in probably right after the conference. We'll probably start back up again once things kind of maybe not slow down, but oh, you're contemplating starting, I believe, to be the very first estuary that meets at a Catholic church. Interesting. Is there really none that does that? Would you be the first, really? I feel like that's a bit surprising to me. But congratulations. Is there any uh like I don't know why my experience I haven't been too worried about kind of, you know, other people and what they kind of process with that, but I know that has been a thing for some people about like, oh, well, my community like this or not. Um, but I don't know. I haven't run into anything at the same time. Uh, oh, tech. Can I make a research bench? I need 3 building materials. That is a good point. It's nice to at least have a precedent. That way, you don't have to worry about any nonsense there. Vegetable farms, wells. Stone mine, stone processor, lights, farming. I think a research bench wouldn't be bad, like as a starting point. But congratulations, Neil. That's exciting stuff. Dang, can I can. I can put stuff down. Okay, we're gonna put our food away. Yeah, I mean that's what I assumed with the questions about precedent. Um, is that that's especially tough with like a larger organization, um, trying to kind of work your way around with that. But best of luck. The a Godspeed is in order. Oh, this is an interesting direction to take. But you know what? The pathfinding got us here. It got us here. Okay, let's do business. We're gonna buy 2 more of those. And we have 1,000, exactly where we started. But we are stronger and more capable than we were before. So that works. Tell them it's like a support group. Would that be fair to say? I don't know. I imagine that in my head, I think like estuary would be harder, especially if hungry bandits are attacking. Yeah, why are hungry bandits here? I don't necessarily like them in my house, my city. If I can spare it. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, don't take my food, please. We're gonna lock the door. Okay, yeah. That. I think the tough part is they're not poor people, okay? There are actual poor people here. Okay. Don't put words in my mouth. They're bandits. If guards were actually here, they'd be attacked on sight, I think. Maybe they wouldn't be. But I think they would. I think the tough part is like, I don't know. I think a lot of churches and my assumption is that they would be like much more for like evangelistic stuff. But I think the Catholic Church has different interests in that regard, so who knows? I would be super curious to see like what the thought is on the part of um your priest or pastor. To learn new tech, you can buy blueprints from merchants, or you can research new tech yourself. To research, you must have a scientist assigned to your research station. Select the squad member. Next, you'll need to select a tech to research. Select tech from the panel. Select any tech you want to research by left-clicking it. Okay. Gear storage. Item storage. Public sales. Storage first. That's a good call. Mining? Like industry? Or smithing? Am I missing something? Ore. Ore. We can do ore. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, let's get him his food real fast. There we go. Is Bandit still around? Did they go somewhere? It's free. Oh, that's fair. Those were all ones that didn't require a another path. Oh, that's free money. Yeah, we'll need books otherwise. It'll be nice once we can like manufacture some stuff. We could sell it. Like a shop counter. Maybe we'll have to start that. Hey, we can make it work. Who are these guys? These are more of those starving bandits. The real question is, why are they starving when they could be mining, right? The ore is free, guys. Oh. I'm working in darkness. Is there... Is there any problem with producing a campfire here? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there is a kid outside my window who's saying FBI open up over and over again. And I don't know what to make of that. He's saying third eye open up. No, he's saying FBI open up, but you know, I wish he was saying third eye open up. Or he's saying like wake up. Okay, hub is public. This guy's really just did like walk through town and immediately turned around. We could take 3 people. Okay. Oh. Well. I guess we are good at science. We're a human. We get that bonus to being sciency. Oh, we finished? We did. Anything else on our tech tree that we want to... Public sales probably wouldn't hurt to just throw in there. We'll do that real fast. Oh. Yeah, the feds are starting really early on, you know, getting these kids, training them. It's a shame. Do you ever hear something a kid says and then think for a minute? Wait. How did that guy get inside? No, sir. Oh no. Oh no, guys. This might not end well. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, guys. He like teleported in. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. Let's let the garden. Let's Open. Open. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no. No, 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 no. No. He's eating my food. He teleported inside. Oh, I could have unlocked it from the building. Hey, let's see if we can just survive randomly. See if somebody comes across and is able to do anything. Anybody want to help? Please? Please. Sir. This is the story of the Good Samaritan. And I don't know if it's going to end well. I'm building toughness. That's true. Assuming I don't die. I'm in a recovery coma. But my stomach is bleeding. Just past your exit? I'm so sorry, Ron. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to cause you to cut. You know, you're just having a little nap, okay? The real question is, Ron, how are you typing this? You know? That that is the real question. I don't know how he teleported inside. That is surprising. Um Oh, wait, nope, it's slowly getting worse. Voice to text. Okay. Fair. You got me. Well, we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna see if we can actually survive this. Um, I mean, we were doing so well too, and we did do some good damage to the guy. I won't lie. We actually did do something impressive for such a bad weapon, like an indoor weapon. I didn't expect we were gonna need to fight indoors. Not ideal, but dead men sleeping. Dead men sleeping. Um. Okay, it's up to you all. Do we call it? And if we call it, do we move on to a new character or do we just load a save? Man, if only they knew they would get a 3,000 cats if they just helped me. If only they knew. That's why I get the weird, that's why I get the weird, that's why I get the weird spelling error, that's why I get the weird spelling errors, that's why I get the weird spelling errors every. Indeed, Ron. Indeed. Man. I don't know if we're actually. Yeah, yeah. I'm willing to take to take the L. We'll start a poll here. That's how we do it. Engaging with my audience. Start a poll. Reload a save or restart or new game or new character. Reload new character. Here we go. Start the poll. Go to live chat. Okay. I don't know, we'll give it we have 3 votes so far. I think we have 6 people watching. So let's try Empire or Holy Peasant. What I missed. Okay, it looks like we have a lot of new character. 4 people. Okay, enough people said new character that it's not gonna make a difference. So we'll end the poll. They'll help me more. Okay. But let's try it. We'll get back to it. He's been lying here for days. Okay? Nobody is helping him. He's he is just not having a good time. Okay. New game. She said, okay. Empire or Holy Peasant? Empire Citizen? Or Holy Nation? Simple citizen of the Holy Nation, you live in a relatively safe as long as you show obedience to Akron and his priests. The world outside is said to be barbaric and violent and full of monstrosities, but you decide to venture out and decide for yourself. Okay, should we, let's put it up to a poll. I think that's fair. Do another poll. Is this a moral choice? I don't think this is a moral choice. I think this is just a, oh my gosh. Poll. What was it? Empire. Witch start. We'll say witch start. Witch start. Holy Nation or Empire. Start the poll. Get your votes in. Get your votes in, everybody. Capitalistic slavery or religious slavery? Okay, we have 3 so far. I think we have still room for either one. I voted Empire, but I really don't know what it is. That's the best type, Ron. You just vote and go for it. I don't think most people know what these are. Because I don't know either. But, okay. We'll give it another minute or so. We'll let our character bleed out. CC's advocating for total Empire domination. Okay. Good to know. And you know, there's no guarantee that we're gonna survive this one either, so we'll see. Okay. I think we'll give it a few more minutes if anybody else wants to vote. But I think we've oh no. We're tied. I wonder if I made this public, if it would change anything. Maybe? Okay, we're still tied on our, yeah, we might have to pull a coin and coin flip it. I was hoping we could get like another vote in just to twist it. See if we could get some participation in our democracy. Um, that's too much to ask from young people nowadays, am I right? Am I right, guys? God could always kill me before any day comes, but Magic Ball, 8 Ball says maybe. You know? That is how it works. Okay. Yeah. I think we're gonna pull out the coin. The coin flipped. Can I get this on stream? Is the question. Always trying to keep a high bar of quality in our work. Okay. Open Firefox. So I don't know. Oh my gosh. In the world. Firefox. There we go. Everybody ignore the spinning camera. I'm sure it's happy. Um, we're gonna do coin flip in Google. It's automatically flipping, but we're not choosing it right now. We're gonna change. We're gonna grab. Oh my gosh! I swear I've done this before, guys. I know how to stream. We're gonna pull this up to the top layer. Okay. Heads. Heads is Empire. Tails is Holy Flame, because it works out that way. Okay. Actually, it works out perfectly. Okay, that is Holy Flame. We're doing religious. According to Dev, we are doing religious slavery now. Now we pulled this back up so I don't lose everything. And everybody enjoys the spinning. You're definitely not sick. You are not sick. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Now we're spinning. Nope, no loads. We are Holy Nation. We're Holy Nationing. Okay. Do we have preference on a character? Let's probably stick to a man of some sort. Oh, because of Holy Nation, you have to be human. Okay. We'll stick to default human man. We'll name him something like uh um I don't know. Uh uh Default man. Yes. Default. Default Manson. There we go. Arnold. Okay, we'll do Arnold. Default Manson. If he's Arnold, we should probably like leg bulk, shoulder, idle, shoulder. Make him small. I can make him small. Height, small. Arm bulk, we are gonna bulk his arms up. Okay. I think we're good with the face and the hair. Maybe go for like a I don't know, that's kind of a fun color. Fun color hair. Okay. Ockran's Gulf. Where are we on the map? We're at Stack. Looks like there's some fun stuff all around. We've got the Holy Flame book. Got to keep that on our person at all times, I hear. And we got some clothes. Let me remind myself what the Holy Nation, simple citizen of the Holy Nation, you live in relative safety as long as you show obeisance? It's not obedience. Obeisance to Akron and his priests. The world outside is said to be barbaric and violent, full of monstrosities, but you decide to venture out and decide for yourself. Okay. What do we got here? We got a bar. Door is closed. That's fine. Man, this name is kind of long, and I'm going to regret seeing this for the rest of the game. Do you have a copy of the Holy Flame Brother? Yes, I do. You'll be in trouble with that one. What does he got? He's got books. He's got food. And a bunch of other stuff. Okay. Wolf Den 36 has been wiped out. So I think maybe the first we'll do our normal. Okay. Yeah, these are just guards. Okay. We don't have much money, so maybe we'll try our best to kind of find some rock to, get money out of. I'm not seeing a lot of resources around here, though. Oh, there's something over there. There's a couple bars in town. A couple markets. Oh. We have a copper resource. Yeah, let's start mining the edge of town. See? He is very stylish. So, I'm glad you noticed, Cece. What are we seeing off in the distance here? Starving bandits. They're kind of far off. Oh. Free money. Free money. Oh, but they are wolves. Okay, wait. Let's see if we can fight a bone dog. Maybe? Maybe we can get away with it? Oh. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could. I thought I could. Sometimes you gotta learn these things, Dev, okay? And today I learned I'm gonna have to make enough money today mining in order to be able to buy bandages to heal up my body. A goat can kill you. Okay. True. True. How are we looking? How else are you gonna get strong if you don't lose to a dog? I was hoping it was small enough. If it was a puppy that it would work out. I don't think that was that's correct. Yeah. Okay. We have some copper. We'll make our way. A baby goat. Okay. Fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. What do we got in town here? So we got like a central area. Got, I think, a slave market over there. We have an armor market. I mean, let's just see if we can just trade easily here. Somebody chasing after me? Looks like he was chasing, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, we have a lot of stuff here. Medical supplies. But I just want a bandage. Yeah, I'll take a bandage. I'll give you some copper for it. And then we'll pair ourselves right up. Oh, okay. They don't sell slaves here. That's good. That's good. So this is just a general trader then. Okay, we are a little bit up on our money. It'll cost about 6,000 for us to get another guy on our team to kind of help. So we'll just for now stick around. Those bone dogs are around the corner. I don't know if I'll be able to even get any of that because they did kind of just swarm and eat all those bandits. Oh, okay. That's who I need to watch out for. Okay, okay. Maybe if I can chase him far enough. Oh gosh. If he can chase me far enough, maybe I can stall him and then we can oh, where are these guys? Okay. Nice. Yeah, take out the dog. Nice. I don't know where the pelt went. Maybe I dropped it. Nice. Okay. Can we just build a campfire? Too close to another town. Can I do a campfire in town? No? We'll make a campfire right outside of town. We'll cook that meat up. Oh, come on. Confirm. Oh, it's already kind of just going. It's easier this way. Nice. Oh. I think it's processing the last one. That's just like a stack. Animal teeth are pretty good. Okay, nice. Dismantle this. Sweet. Okay. We'll get back to the mining. Keep an eye out this way. Now I'm a meat salesman. I mean, I could be. I think I might keep the meat for myself. That way I can actually survive. And I'm not one of the hungry bandits myself. Um, we're looking for rats to kill to level up. I think rats would kill me. I think Dev is on the on the right end. I would die to a baby goat at this moment. Um, they're holy servants over there. Oh, fair, fair. Yeah, it looks like I'm lucky to be a citizen around here. It's kind of nice. Is this a label? This den? Or is there even a den around here? Am I off? I think I watched a video of this game once where you start as a slave. Yeah, there's a bunch of different starts that you can go for. I remember I downloaded a mod that added a bunch more, but I haven't played too much. This feels like a good like stream game just to hang out and chill. And so it gives me a good excuse to actually play it and have that experience and not just talk about it as a cool game. And then there's the sequel that's supposed to come out, or the sequel that's also just a prequel, but it's coming out at some point. Will probably be a couple of years though. Start our little empire. Hunter run in the gutter region. That does not sound extraordinarily pleasant, but I'm sure it's fun. This is arranged enough. Yeah, we'll fit two more. Two more copper in here. Hope we don't get attacked by more dogs. Or maybe we do. Watch out for creepers. That would be a fun mod. The tall thing keeps smacking me with its long neck. I feel like this is one of those games where it... how do I say this? The first time I played, or I heard about Minecraft, okay, was, I want to say maybe as early as elementary school? Is that way too early? Is that wrong? Okay, how these dogs didn't notice me, I do not know, but I will not complain. And I remember seeing, or I remember, whoa, what is going on over there? Some bandits are attacking in town. I need to drop everything off so I can, is there a bar open at night? Bar. Where's the bar? Come on, there's the bar. And we're just gonna go in and try to avoid, generally, the area. They can't see it's dark. Okay, that's good to know. And I remember the first time I heard people talk about Minecraft and the stories that they would tell about their experience were just like so crazy to me that I didn't even know what type of game they were referring to. this out. Um, and what was it they said? They would say something like they showed up in a town and everything looked normal. Fencing chance 110% because I stole it from a from a dog. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Looks good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we made a lot more money than we were at. We have enough to buy some broken down real estate. Might be interesting to see how much these guys are costing because I really just need like a mindless laborer. It's gonna get gaffled with all that money. Minding my own business, Foxman, while town is under attack. The guards have it. They're okay. They don't need me. Say, pal, lend me some cash and I'll make it worth your while. Will you now? Tell you what, I'll sing you a song. I can hardly even pay my own tab right now. Sorry, pal. Care to, yeah, what's your price? 3,000 upfront and keep me well fed. I can't afford that. Okay. He only takes 3,000. It's a stick up, money in the bag. You sound like that kid outside my window who kept saying FBI open up. Yeah. Where are all the... Yeah. Did they take them all? They take all the intruders? I was gonna loot them. Oh well. Oh, true. True. Laborers. You can only hire, not enslave. I think you can enslave. Um, I'm not strong enough to do so. Even if I wanted to. I don't have the agency to be immoral at the moment. I don't have much agency to be immoral, we'll say. Yeah, you can sell them. Trying to remember where. Would it be Town Hall at this place? At this point? Those dogs are chomping over there. But that would speed up production quite a bit if I was able to. I think the Empire buys them. Makes sense. How was our laboring is up to 12? Making some progress. Who in the world is running? Hungry bandit running from another hungry bandit? They getting run out of town or something? Yeah. Okay. Skankenstein. How's it going? We are playing Kenshi. Been having a good time so far. I talked about failure in video games. How to you know, replicate it. How to make failure seem safe enough to do it again. somebody tried to scam me on the Twitch stream. Um, you know we're doing well because this is the best scam that we've seen so far. So, um, our character died in his own home because a bandit teleported into his house, and I forgot how to unlock doors. And now, we're a citizen of the empire or of the holy nation, the Holy Flame. So, life's going. Have you been, or Skankenstein, have you been enjoying Death Stranding? I haven't seen too much. We toil in the mines. We yearn for the mines. Hey, do you want a free Shek wife? What? Is that a thing? Shek is just like one of the groups in this game, right? Who in the world is... Okay. I mean, if we have another person in our group, I don't... Oh. There's a fight going on over there. I think we're full on stuff for now. The pointy people. Like the big guys. The... muscular. I'll head over here. Something refreshed. Wait, okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Hey, Jimsa. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Okay, we'll sell this stuff. Holy Nation doesn't like them? We might wait on that then. It's kind of nice to be around here and just not have to worry about it. Was there some sort of mechanic where you can just, like, marry? We're still a little short for, to hire a new guy. Our meat is pretty... It's good to have around, though. I think we've been doing pretty well on hunger. Not having to worry about it too much. Yeah, because Holy Nation is basically like human men only, right? For the most part? No, she's a free recruit. Oh, okay. Hey Nico, how's it going? Welcome to the chill mining stream. Is that corpse still out there? Um, I mean, why not check it out? Yeah, it's been a while from touching it. I'm actually gonna try to give it a chance this time. This is one of those games where I've always kind of had trouble uh, getting in all the way. Ooh. Not amazing. No. So is she in the Shek town? Oh wait, Trader's Leathers. Yeah, let's put that on. Why not? And I won't lie, when I read your message originally, I read Shrek. So I was a little confused, I won't lie. Didn't have a good time on a previous run? Well, let me tell you. Even today, I did not have a good time on a previous run, but we'll deal with that another time. Okay, I think we have enough for another guy, so let's pick up a friend from the bar. Here's the bar next door. Just optimize those macros, bro. It's Khalid. Sure, how much? 3,000 cats. I mean, I don't think it's fair to modify him, right? Like, he's just a guy. Maybe we give him a new haircut? Change his name? We could change his name because we hired him. Modify. Modify? Okay. What are we gonna modify? Randomize? Should I randomize him 5 times or something? Make him small. Okay, we're gonna just make. I mean, that does help them, right? That they become. Let's give him a good idle stance. Yeah, yeah. We'll give him the Slavic squat. Um. Oh gosh. Uh, Grim. Of any game that I would want to wake up in, I think the last would be Kenshi, even for 3 hours. I feel like this is Khalid. This is him. Maybe not this color of hair. I'm trying to go for like a normal norm. There we go. Oh, there we go. We turn the saturation around. Turn the brightness down a little bit. Saturation. Very woke hair colors in the post-apocalypse. It's kind of got a blonde kind of vibe. That's Khalid. There we go. Confirmed. Thank you, Khalid. Join me. What are we looking at? Yeah, you should get some meat in your inventory. He's got that CRISPR photosynthesis and can eat less. Okay, this guy is base. I'm assuming if I like select one and I do the backslash. Okay. You've hired your first recruit. You can select different squad members, including their icons. Select your next recruit. Okay. You can check the character's skill statistics. Open skills. Okay. To perform first aid, exchange inventory, hold right click on them on the person, bring up the interaction menu. Arrange and rename different squats via the submenu. Yep, okay. We all know this. Well, the camera is moved like in an RTS. This game is peak terminally online. Yeah, we're gonna make him mine now. We're the mining group. Should we have like a name for this? Do you have to pay your recruits monthly? No, it's a one-time deal. It's a one-time thing. You know, in all truth, right? We share the money via the group. Like what he has secretly does, he has secretly sold his soul to this unknown being known as President Foxman. And he doesn't realize it, but now I control every action he takes. So, um, professional miners are what we call them now. I didn't realize I made their hair like the same. I mean, it's different. It's not the same. Okay, okay, okay. We can do something else. We can name them something else. We'll do like a clan name. How's that sound? I don't know if it's a brain rot name. This is like if it's brain rot, this is like what? Like early 2000s era brain rot? 2010s era brain rot? It's not real brain rot. So I'm trying to say. I'm trying to gatekeep it. Okay, yeah, it's a bit short-sighted. I won't deny it. Normal people were not playing computer games in the 2000s. Yeah, they were playing Call of Duty in the 2000s. War lovers. See, when I talk about normal people, I'm not talking about adults, right? I'm not talking about adults. I'm talking about like fifth graders in like what 2010. Okay. The most popular kids in my class all played Call of Duty. They also all played like football, but they played Call of Duty. They knew what a gamer tag was. Fifth graders specifically. Yes, exactly. I'm not talking about anybody over the age of like 17. I'm talking about brain rot school. Okay, fair. Fair. This was in Maryland too, so this isn't even as bad as Washington, right? Oh, who are you? Approaching. Inquisitors? I don't know if Khalid had a Bible on him. I think Khalid might need a Bible. That might be bad if he doesn't. We'll find out. But oh, our output's less at night. Anyway, not ideal. Not ideal. Maybe someday we'll recruit an animal, carry all of our copper ore around. You just need one on the group? Okay. That's good to know. Thank you. Look at these guys. This is what the grind set is all about, you know? You could be drop shipping right now, okay? Instead, you're watching a stream. These guys, you know, aren't even drop shipping. They're mining pure money out of the ground. Cats. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Um. So Khalid might be dead. Oh my gosh, how fast is that thing? Okay, drop it, drop it. Drop it all on the ground. Drop it all on the ground, please. For the sake of everything. Is Khalid gonna die? No, he's gonna survive. Hopefully. I don't... Okay, I just need to distract the dog long enough, though, to get him back. Like, I just need the guards to see. Come on, come on. Khalid is almost out of blood, and he's crippled right now. Come on, come on, come on. Nope, 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 nope. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Hey, guards. 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 Guards, you see? Guards. 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 There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Khalid. Khalid, just stay still. Stay still. What a mess. Okay, I think his leg is still intact though. And your blood comes back, Nico. Hey F, how's it going? Yep, we're playing Kenshi. I think luckily we caught Khalid before he absolutely just completely died. But I hope his right leg will be able to recover well enough. Um are we gonna need to grab something else? Rent a bed for Khalid? Okay. Um Pick up. Oh wait, can I splint his injury? Okay, wait. Put down. Splint. Splint. Pick up. Okay. Let's find a house. You rent beds in like a bar? Top floor of a bar, maybe? Oh, no. Okay. You need a splint to splint. We'll sell a little bit of stuff while we're here. Nope. We don't got that. We'll go next door to the... see if we can find a splint over here. We'll see. Okay. Simple rugs, steel bars, fabrics, medical supplies. I don't think we have anything. Oh, do we run out of... I don't know if we could put them down real fast. Oh, okay. Here, that's what we needed. We ran out of okay, we'll go next door. I'm assuming this is where we need to click the bed. We'll save it because I don't know how this works. Put in bed. Okay, so they just paid for us. Okay. No fake leg. Yeah, I think he's okay for now. Um, no. Stay in bed. You. Here. You. Give him all the... Shift click the medic to auto. Shift click the medic? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm being stupid. Just keep selling our stuff. We made a pretty good amount of money doing all this. Right side of the UI. Oh, pressing this button will order your selected characters to automatically hear. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good call. Okay. I'm assuming we'll want to try to find a splint. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dev, but we'll we'll search and see if we can find any easy path. But also explore just to find out what's going on around here while we wait for our friends to come back to the land of the living. Assuming this is building materials and stuff. Holy flame, guiding light. Yeah. And books. Yep. Good to know. We have some copper on the outside of town, so we'll probably go grab that while He's healing. Wait, what do you mean you can't pick that up? Oh, we're still... Okay. They're just hanging around? Okay. Well, oh gosh. Yes. Pick up 2 meat. Okay. Yeah, Nico, this game has been out for a good while now. I think it's 2017? That's when it came out. So we're approaching, you know, 10 years. Okay. Teeth are going for a lot. I might sell some of this meat. It's a lot of meat to hold on to. So I'm trying to carry everything else. Yeah. My understanding is pretty much the same. A lot of same stuff. Of course, I don't know how much they've added, to be honest. No. Just pick it up. Pick it up. There we go. We'll pick up that. We already got it. Okay, nice. We'll just run back and forth. Yeah, there's a lot of good mods too. Like a pretty big modding community around adding features and everything. Sell that. Okay, I think we're looking good. We've made our money back already from hiring Khalid. Pretty fire. See how Khalid's doing. He's normal. A mountain blade. Okay, fair enough, Nico. Are you here for work? You dare speak to me, seductress? The nerve. Okay, I'm not interested in 3,000 caps right now. That might be the next game, Nico. We'll have to pick up just Mountain Blade and go for that. Have a good time. Anything downstream of Dwarf Fortress? It's fair. I think, yeah. I don't know, Mountain Blade holds a very special place in my heart. And it makes me really sad that Mountain Blade 2 turned out the way it did. Hey Bubbly, how's it going? And the tough part is it was a good one, but man, 2 like has such cool game, like the gameplay is cool, but you know, there's something missing from the soul that the original Mountain Blade had. I'm gonna let him get to 0 on his right leg, and then we might pick up again, and he can join the mining crew. The No Scopers XD XXX. Missed the beginning ones. Didn't like Bannerlord's pretty similar to the previous one. There's just something. There's something missing. I don't know what it is, but like it's more of like the management stuff. Like it just doesn't feel like it has the same RPG like magic that the first one had. Um, but again, like the bow mechanics are just so much fun on Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlords, and there's other cool stuff. Like the appearance, like the flashiness looks really good. But the parts that I really enjoy in Mountain Blade, I feel like we're kind of not really paid attention to. But, you know, is that a goat? It's a goat. This is my take. Um, oh, we're up. I think honestly, and I won't lie, I think part of the problem with Mountain Blade 2 was that it had objectives. Right? There's a main story and it's stuck on your quest map until you do it. And if you do it, it messes up with a bunch of other stuff. And it really beats the purpose of the entire thing. I like the creating a narrative. Yeah. It's also very unfinished for a game that's out of early access. Okay, I will not look the goats in the eyes. They also have the scary eyes as well. Oh, okay, I started doing the gamer bend. To sit up straight. Are we looking on food? He's got food. We need to cook some food. And do another round of just all this, assuming that no dogs get me. If it's getting dark, it shouldn't be as bad, but I think if you don't have like a clear goal and given to the character, it gives them a lot of freedom to kind of make their own goal and kind of explore the world and do what they want. Um, but that does put a lot more pressure on the player to do that work. And not every player is up for it, especially nowadays. Just with the way game design has gone and the kind of the support that's gone towards. And then also it's hard to make a game like that too that makes it satisfying to kind of build up to those things like to make your own city or whatever. Like that requires a whole other set of systems that you know can be tough to design. The mechanic allows you to have descendants and have your character die of old age is full of potential. True. I mean, that's why I think Crusader Kings 3 is up there as like one of I mean, Crusader Kings in general, from my understanding, but I've only played 3. Why that game has like just so much potential. Um it's I don't know, it's controversial. People don't necessarily aren't the biggest fan of Crusader Kings 3, and you know, I that's the only one I've played, so I don't really know what I'm missing out on. But I've had a lot of fun just kind of messing around and playing through those things. And I think the concept is really cool. I think most people can connect with that, but as soon as you kind of get into the nitty gritty of systems, it can be kind of tough to sell people on that. Um, We are almost out of room. We have about room for one more, and then we'll be on our way. A game without objectives can be a lot of fun, hundreds of hours, and then you get bored. I can see that. Like there is a limit to, knowing everything and all the systems and stuff like that. I think about that with like you know, like Fallout, for example. Um, like Fallout New Vegas had a. Am I going too far? Did I miss it? Here's the bar. Um, there's a point where the game is everything, and then you add mods. Yeah, exactly. You have people who keep it alive. Well, then you reach the point too that there's other games that I want to play as well, and so there's only so much time I can devote to one place. I've been starting out with since I beat Expedition 33, I picked up um Final Fantasy 6 to go through. I've been playing through that. Um and that game has a lot of rough edges, but it's still like it's a fun time. Okay, we're doing good on this. Locked level 17. Interesting. Okay. I mean, we could buy a house. Hang out for a bit. There's a construction store just a little over. It's not a bad place to start. We could research. We could hire guys to do that. The interesting thing about sandbox games is not the lack of objectives, but when there are actual games where important events are mechanically simulated, like wars and betrayals. But that they are actual games. Yeah. I think the tough part is like communicating that. Like sometimes you can just have stuff happen to you, and there's something interesting in the background that's actually going on, and you just have no clue what happens. You did a dog master run. You collected all the dogs and then destroyed all the nations. How do you collect dogs? Can you tame dogs in this game? See, I feel like a lot of these games have just so many systems that you're just constantly like, you know, learning more and more about them. But you buy them. Okay. I like a game where the world goes on without me. I'm insignificant to it and have to work hard to be significant. I mean that is really fun, right? That there is like a larger simulation going on. Oh, we are really like tearing through this now. I'm trying to remember other games that have done that where I was playing something recently. I mean, that's kind of why I like Crusader Kings 3 is that like as you're playing, like you're running like, whatever, some island off the not island, but like you're running Ireland or something, right? And you're doing your job and you're kind of the big fish in that pond, and then you see like rumors of stuff going on in Europe and you're like, "Oh, like the empire has fallen and has split into a billion pieces." And you know you're never going to run into it, right? Unless you kind of way work your way up into it. uh, it kind of really has nothing to do with you until it does. It's that side of simulation that I think is just so cool. But all of that has to do with like your ability to tell yourself a story, like, oh, this is how um you know, I'm engaging with the world. Um, I mean, that's why immersive sims I think are awesome in themselves, of being able to just say like, you know, um, I don't know, the game that comes to my mind is like Metal Gear Solid 5, like the ability to kind of tell people how you did this mission. It's like, oh yeah, I dropped in and you know, um, I'm trying to remember the one. All games have some world crafting. Decisions lead to various outcomes. The fate of the people and towns decided. That is true. The thing with Fallout though is that it all comes down to you. Like you are you're the chosen one, like the guy who's going to change everything, which is awesome, right? The courier is just this character, and you know, the Wasteland Wanderer is this like significant character. Um, yeah, but there is something about being insignificant. Yeah, in Kenshi, you are nobody. Like there is no, you know, nothing worth. You know, you are worth the 3,000 you did. Big thing about sand games lacks. The big thing that sandbox game lacked is actual relations that would force the player to stick to something. For X, play Crusader Kings and start with an evil uncle that has usurped the throne. Um, yeah, there's no like mechanical incentive, especially. That's something that I want to try to explore. Like, I don't know, I'm not nearly skilled enough to make a sandbox game, but I like the idea of making games that incentivize taking on horrible situations and sticking with them. Finding out how to do that, because it's I don't know. I played Binding of Isaac, and you know you're playing, and then you get your first like two drops of something, and then it's just not a fun time after that. Where you know, if you get something bad, I was trying to make a game like that, but I just don't have the time. That's fair enough. Fair enough. I just thought of a concept for a game today, so I'll see. Maybe I'll Oh, I think we're out of room. We're out of room. Okay. Um, so I'll see if I'll have time to make it, but I think it'd be fun to actually get back into it. Told Romancing Saga works like that. I've heard great stuff about it. I just haven't, again, I haven't like looked at it. Um, the game that comes to my mind that has like cool legacy stuff though is Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Awakening has a bit of that. That one's a little bit like, you know, that's not everybody's cup of tea, but um, that was something that like that was the first time running into something like that. Even if it's not like, you know, auto generated, it's like the story, the pre-written story version of that, the linear version of that. But it's still like just a cool experience to see that. What are we seeing over here? Some Inquisitors. Other than Kenshi and The Sims, are there games where you can pause the world and adjust the camera like you're setting up shots for a movie? Cool feature. There's some. Yeah, Dragon Age. Dragon Age 1 or yeah, Dragon Age Origins. You can pause the game, you can move it around. Um this is very much a feature of like RPGs of a certain era. Yeah, KOTOR, the BioWare RPGs, early ones did that. Trying to remember like I mean they're kind of the origin of that, right? They have like Baldur's Gate. What was the one? Neverwinter Nights does that too. Um, I don't know if there's like an RTS equivalent, like a similar one. Oh, we're full. Man, they are chewing through professional laborers. Khalid has got his toughness up for being getting The snot stomps out of him. Okay, I think we might do one more load of this, and then we might call it for today. Oh. But it's nice being able, like you said, like I don't think I normally appreciate it that much, but the ability to kind of see everything that's going on and kind of pull the camera back and just see the world from above and mess around with that. I think one piece to this game too is the main menu music is wild. Like it's a solid piece of music, and I don't think you get to ever hear it outside of that. It's a it's a good one. How are we looking on this? Okay, we're getting close here. This music is so Fallout. There definitely is a major Fallout vibe to this game. Okay. Look like the dogs. Can't see in the dark. I think that's a great compliment to the game. Oh no. I have more scammers I have to... Okay, back to it. Someday. What a peak game, though. Like, I don't know. There's just such an era of Fallout that was so iconic. And it's hard to... I don't know. It's so sad to see this kind of generation, like generation after generation of CRPGs, like slowly just get ground into dust, and nobody cares about them anymore. I was watching, or I saw that there was a video that Mortismal Gaming made. Uh, he does a lot of like CRPG reviews and stuff. And oh dang, okay, we'll have to remember that next time to grab the bone dog, or maybe we'll do it on the as our last kind of item today. That way we don't forget it entirely after we sell all of our stuff. Um, but there's just like all these companies that once made like CRPGs and were like on top of that genre have like turned all to like action RPG as their like thing of choice, and it's a little sad. Um, yeah, we'll cook some meat on. Oh gosh. Okay, so there's more stuff that I was gonna do. Okay. We'll rush. We'll rush to it. We'll get out here, grab the dog. Khalid still has all... Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. Yeah, but it's not even... It's also a recent phenomenon, too, right? That's kind of the tough part. Gacha games rule in terms of profitability. Anything else is a niche or passion project. Oh, okay, so what you see is... And that would be the case. That is the case if you're solely focused on on capturing like the biggest piece of the pie. I think that's the problem that everybody runs into, is that they look at it and they're like, "Oh, I want the biggest piece of pie." What they don't realize is that, there is another thing there, right? That's what like Expedition 33 is like wild to me for that. Um because they took a genre that's basically dead, right? JRPGs, for all intents and purposes, are done. If you're not Atlas, right? Like no other company has kind of made that genre as prestigious as it is today. Even Elden Ring is kind of abandoning all of the like source of that genre, and you know, you get a small team of like, you know, however many people for Expedition 33. It was like 33 people, with a bunch of contractors, and you get this project that could, right, make way more money than you put into it. But the problem is everybody wants to like upscale, right? Let's get like the top that we could possibly get. Like how much money can we milk out of this? But the problem is you can just, if you keep the scale low, you can make so much money. Um, but you've just got to keep the scale low, right? Just don't hire more people. Don't hire more people. Don't get like crazy, like, and just do that. Like be happy with what you have. This is kind of my comment too, right? We'll probably end on this comment, but like, I see people who they're we can mine while we do this, but I see people who run YouTube channels, right? And they are big YouTube channels, and they spend like, spend their time making their YouTube videos, and then they want to grow bigger, so they take on like, okay, I want to have some merch that I can sell, so they add merch to their stuff, and then they're like, oh, this merch stuff is going so fast that I need to hire somebody to deal with the merch. So they hire somebody to deal with the merch. And then they're like, oh, but like editing takes up so much of my time. I need to hire an editor. So they hire an editor full time. And they just keep growing and growing and growing. And the problem is, right, they reach a point where they have like, several people who are relying on them for their employment. And nowadays, right, whether or not it's their fault or not, they're going to enter a scandal. They're going to get into a scandal that's going to like ruin their career, and now they can't pay people anymore. And now they've like washed out somebody from being able to like feed their family. And it's like, if you kept the scale low, right? It you were going to be fine. You didn't have to deal with any of this. You could have just, kept that. So I saw a video recently where somebody was kind of talking about that experience, and um, they're like, I don't know why, but this stresses me out. Like having to like hire a bunch of people and grow as a company when I'm just a guy who likes to make videos about video games. And I'm like, yeah, of course that would stress you out. You know, you're a guy who makes video games, or not video games, but you're a guy who makes videos. Like you are not meant to be running a business. You are not a business. You are a person. That's why people follow you. They follow you for your funny videos and streams. It's more than that. I've seen channels languish and bleed views into oblivion as older videos leave you need new ones. You do need new ones, right? Like, I think that you always need more content. And I think that's fair. But do you need it all the time? Like sing a new song. Like that is a thing. That is a piece of poetry that we talk about. Um but oh, okay. I'll stop renting. I need to, oh, are we out of room for everything? Okay, we're not. I need to save and stop before I get stuck. We're gonna call this bruh, and we're gonna overwrite our old save. Yes. Okay. We will exit. Yes. Will it close the whole thing? It will close the whole thing. Okay. Thank you all for joining. We made it 3 hours, and I need to stop and see my wife because I have been messing around making stuff all day, and I finally need to talk to her. So thank you, everybody. It was nice to have you around. We had a good number of people join. Oh, I missed a subscriber. Thanks, Ryan, for subscribing. And yeah, have a good one, everybody. Trying to say thank you to everybody. Thanks, Af. Thanks, Nico. Thanks, Cece. Thanks, Ryan, Desmond. Thanks, Dev. Thanks, Bubbly, for hopping by. Grim Grizz. I think Skankenstein said hi. And Neil and Ron Copperman. Oh, and then Marcus jumped in for a little bit. So thank you all for talking, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.